What's up guys, welcome to another dark and darker video. In this one we're going to be doing something slightly different, which is a ranger 0 to hero in the Goblin caves. Now we normally play fighter, but this time around I just wanted to try a different class and take them to the Goblin caves and see if we could scale up like we normally do on our 0 to hero runs. So looks like we started off in the bottom right of the map. I start off by smashing all of the pots around so I can quickly run up and loot all of them. Always a great place to start if you can. On 0 to hero runs, a lot of the gear that you get and the equipment is going to be through smashing pots, through breaking barrels, boxes, crates, pretty much anything that gives you gear. Now in my opinion, I think Ranger is one of the strongest classes in the game, especially for kind of low gear value. I really like to play Ranger and scale up from pretty much nothing to max. The PvE is pretty easy to start with because you can distance yourself from your enemies. And it's very nice for PvP as well when you have the 3 arrows skill, which I have here. You can pretty much take someone down if you get a headshot or two. But if you're playing a Ranger, I also like to drop all of the clothes I'm wearing if I have no equipment to begin with, because it allows me to run faster. This is super important for PvE and PvP. It allows you to kite around your enemies a lot easier, and really it helps you take less hits when you're farming. This from here is pretty nice because we have the bats. They normally drop bandages, have a chance to drop rings and pendants. The spiders are a little bit of an issue, but since they're down in that pool, we can be able to deal with them pretty easily. We can just look for the pot and smash it. Kill these bad boys from range. I think with the next playtest hits, I'm definitely going to be trying Ranger a lot more. I think I'll probably be maining Ranger and Rogue. They're the two that I played the least in the last playtest. I think I want to play them the most in the next one. Rogue looks really fun, especially for solo. And I think Ranger looks really strong for solo too. If you're a good Ranger, I think you can always take someone out right at the start of a fight. And then you've got yourself in a 1v2. It's much easier. You don't really get too much great loot at the start. The circle pushes us out of the zone that we cleared, so we don't get to loot too much. We do get a rapier, which is handy. Close quarters, and we get ourselves some boots, which gives us some extra move speed. And we get a couple more trinkets as well. So, run starts off pretty slow. Doesn't seem like anyone spawned near us or around us, or decided to come over this way, so we're just relaxing and farming best we can. The spider killed the other spider there. Doesn't happen very often. In terms of skills, I would definitely recommend taking the 3-shot, where you notch 3 arrows into your bow. Definitely the strongest skill on Ranger in my opinion. And if you're playing 0 to hero, definitely take the healing as well. Getting those 3 heals allows you to kind of buffer through PvE if you're trying to farm up. Like if you accidentally take a hit or two, it's no problem, you know, you don't need potions or anything like that. You can just eat a snack and you're all good. Get a few more trinkets here. As someone recently said in one of my latest videos that there's only 4 portals in the Goblin caves, so I need to watch out for that this run. I always thought there was more than that, but it makes sense that there wouldn't be many. I don't know the exact number of players that actually come into the Goblin caves. I think it was maybe 10 to 12. Maybe someone in the comments can correct me on that. But as you can see, Ranger makes pretty much easy work of any enemies in here. I think the only enemies I've ever had trouble with is a Ranger, where in the Hell Dungeon, you know, enemies that charge you like the Centaur. That is a hell of a problem for a Ranger. You've got to kind of cheese it on high ground or high spots. But for goblins and pretty much all the enemies in the normal dungeon, it's pretty smooth sailing and easy going. Maybe the Wraith is a bit of a challenge as well, but most of the time you can kite his attacks relatively easily. Just get the chest in these rooms. That's a nice horseman's axe, plus 3 max health. Barbarian will like that, I'm sure. And nothing really of value in this one. Smash this barrel over here. Get ourselves some more loot. And nothing we can use, unfortunately. Just throw that away. So there's one portal appeared. Now, I think if you're playing Ranger, one of the strategies you can use is kind of lock yourself down in the circle. So head into the center and find like a big room you can play around and maybe trap all the doors. I believe I do it in this run. Just kind of find all the entrances to where you are, trap them out, and it's pretty much a free kill on someone if they don't see your trap and walk into it. You kind of create this little safe space for yourself and play around it. I think it's really strong that you start off with 3 hunting traps, because they are kind of your bread and butter. Especially if you come in with no gear, that is going to be the best way for you to make kills happen. There's a second one appearing. I think that guy might have been right. 4 portals. That's really not many. Let's trap another door, another entrance. This way we're making sure we can't be ambushed or snuck up on. I do start to hear steps now. Trying to wonder where they are. We'll smash more of these pots. The Goblin Caves is full of pots like these guys. You got to make sure you're smashing them. It's a fantastic way to max out your inventory, just with little trinkets. There are so many to be smashed. Goblin Caves is a great place to drop in and just make a whole lot of money real quick. A whole lot of gold. So as you can see, I don't play Ranger very often. I thought I could pick the trap back up if I disarmed it, but you know. Apparently it breaks into little pieces, so it's just fair enough. Maybe a bit strong if you can reuse your traps over and over again. I think get pretty unlucky with the skeleton in the barrel. There's a rubbish dagger on him. I think this will probably be one of the last videos I make, guys, for actual in-game content of Dark and Darker, because you know, I only recorded so much during the playtest, and I'm starting to reach pretty much my whole portfolio here, so this will definitely be one of the last ones. I'll still try and make content for Dark and Darker before it comes out in the next playtest, though. Can't help but keep up with this game. As you can see, it looks like the circle is coming into its final area, and we're not really hearing any steps anymore, or seeing any fighting happen in the kill feed. Looks like the last 2 people were killed by Goblin Warriors, and the Cave Troll claimed someone's life, along with a wall spike and a skeleton footman. Looks like the AI just did a whole lot of work in this one, I'm going to be honest. They did all my work for me. So we just pop open the portal. Get a quick last look around. Got 3 more pots here. And fill up the inventory as much as we can. I want to be making all of the profit. A couple more over here. We didn't really get any upgrades to our gear, which is a little bit poor for a 0 to hero run. Normally want to be coming out with a bit of a scale up in terms of equipment, but you can also just make a lot of gold in a 0 to hero and then buy some equipment as well. Always an alternative. I mean, that green surgical kit that I found alone will sell for around 50 gold. All of these trinkets probably over 100. You can buy yourself a nice bow and some decent armor. And with that, we make our escape. The dark grows darker. And we have survived. Alright, let us sell all of this lovely gear that we got. See how much we get for our trinkets. Not too bad at all, 76 gold. We will take that every day of the week. I will just sell these because they're very basic. I don't really need to be keeping any of this stuff. Horseman's axe we can definitely sell on the player market, along with the surgical kit. And we sold that for 50 gold. And then we sold our horseman's axe for another 50 gold. So overall, really not a bad little run, guys. As you can see, we made a nice chunk of change, around 76 gold for the trinkets. And we made just over 100 gold with all of the extras. And we got some gear upgrades, so not terrible at all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.